Makasaysayang gabi po sa ating lahat mula sa Palm Grass, The Heritage Hotel, Cebu. Ako po si Xiao na bumabati sa inyo ng maligayang ikalimandaan taon ng pagdating ng Kristiyanismo dito sa Pilipinas. Opo. So, gusto ko pong siguro matagal na kasi akong hindi ko kayo nakakausap at gusto ko lang sumandaling dumaan sa inyong buhay upang magkaroon ng siguro makakonect ko ulit sa inyo. Lalo na ngayong espesyal na gabi. Actually, gusto ko lang itong background ko na nanghihinayang ako kung hindi ako magla-live dahil bukas ay aalis na ako ng lungsod ng Cebu, dakbayan ng Cebu. At ako ay lilipad na pabalik ng Maynila. At nagawa ko na po yung aking gawain dito para sa ikalimandaan taon ng pagdating ng Kristiyanismo sa Pilipinas. Una, nagkaroon po ako ng talk tungkol kay Antonio Pigafetta at Feliz Prudente Santa Maria noong pagbubukas ng tabing para sa tinatawag natin na marker para kay Antonio Pigafetta. Kasi kung hindi niya sinulat yung kanyang mga sinulat sa Magellan Expedition, wala po tayong pag-uusapang pagdiriwang at paggunitan ng quincentennial ng victory at Mactan. Wala tayong pag-uusapang 500th anniversary ng arrival of Christianity. Wala tayong pag-uusapan na pag-ikot, kwento ng pag-ikot, unang pag-ikot ng tao sa mundo. Kaya salamat kay Antonio Pigafetta sa pagsusulat niya. Gayon din, nagpapasalamat ako sa National Quincentennial Committee, Secretariat, si Chairman Rene Escalante, of course, ng NHCP, at si Mr. Ian Alfonso, 10 ng kanyang mga kasama sa NQC, dahil sinama po nila ako sa mga events at dahil dito ako po'y napili ni Father Rick Reyes, ang director ng Basilica Minore del Santo Nino Museum at ng library, upang maging host kasama si binabati ko, si Binibini, napakaganda pong kasama sa pag-host, Miss Sheila May Gumapon, dun sa tinatawag natin na pagbibigay ng National Museum ng National Cultural Treasure ng Declaration ng Basilica at ng mismong Santo ng Magellan's Cross Kiosk sa Cebu. So, pinapasalamatan ko si Miss Audrey Don Tomada, siya ang head ng National Museum Bohol, OIC National Museum Cebu, na siya pong nagbigay ng representasyon kay Director Jeremy Barnes na binabati din po natin. So, ako po ay naging bahagi ng kasaysayan na in a very, very special way na hindi ko po akalain na mangyayari. Dahil hindi na matutuloy sana ito dahil nga sa nangyaring COVID sa Maynila. No? Pero eventually, ay sinama pa rin ako. No? So, salamat po. Binabati ko po si Arthur Franz, na una pong mag-comment, si Andre Lupera, Castiel Samael Muerte, Brian Etable, at si Architect Gab S. Nabong, kasanting na ning headboard, Kapampangan. Ganda ng headboard. Actually, I'm just going to show you, this is a Palm Grass Hotel, Heritage Hotel in Cebu, and I think the only one. And in my room, there's a biography in Cebuano in English of Candido Padilla Izabala. And Candido, I would like to read, was born and lived in San Nicolas, Dulha. He was a property owner. Okay? And he was Kapitan Municipal of San Nicolas in 1892. And he organized meetings or organizational meetings held at his house for the revolution. And arrested, imprisoned, and executed by the Spaniards. He participated in the meeting in the house of Isidro, I cannot read, si Mabolo, Givelondo, on April 2, 1898. This is before the paglusog sa Abril 3 ni Leon Quilat sa Cebu. So the rooms here, some of them feature the generals of Cebu. There's an art gallery at the second floor. There are books that are available. You look at Palm Grass Hotel in Facebook, and you will see they have books about the city of Cebu. I actually bought some, which I'm going to show you para makita nyo yung mga products. There's one about Leon Quila, the University of San Carlos Press. This is a novel about Lapu-Lapu where a lot of the myths about Lapu-Lapu came. This is Vicente Gullias, a novel by him. And it was introduced by Resel Mujares for the historical perspective and translated from Cebuano by Erlinda K. Alburo. Ilan lang to, ang dami po nilang books. So may books about, masyado lang mahal, no? May books about the Eskrima here in Cebu, the Amnis, si Nakakoy Cañete, si Dionisio Cañete, no? The Grandmasters, they have books that are available here. Hindi ko lang mabili kasi mahal, no? And then of course you have medyo mahal, but if you can have it. There's a short history of Cebu, 1500s to 1890s, and the anti-Spanish Revolution in Cebu by the late Dionisio AC. This is a 2021 edition, available at Palm Grass. They published it. And also, this is a USC Press reprint series. I think this is the only copy, this last one I got. Cebu under the Spanish flag, 1521 to 1896, an economic and social history. They also actually produced kasi maganda pagka nagturo ka ng Philippine history, kahit dili ka Cebuano, magturo ka ng iba pang mga leaders ng revolution para makita mo na the leaders of the revolution, they're actually very national. So, national ano yan, no? So, sino pa ba ang mga ang dami na po na magpabati sa atin. So, babatiin po natin silang lahat, no? Sige. Father Bob Sarate, thank you, Father. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. Sorry, hindi ko na, wala yung laugh ko eh. Amy Agdiwang, my idol, a woman I truly admire as a signer from Baguio City. Joy Velasco, hello. Jimwell Panopio, Jocelyn Tagines. You also have Mr. Danilo Acosta Lumabas, the great historian of the Catholic religion, no? I don't want to say budding, but they are the emerging historians of the Catholic religion in the Philippines, no? Very young people. You have Rafael Lorenzo Bailosis, Marlon Carbonell here, Rainier, pagbati sa matagumpay na pagdaraos ng araw na ito. Dayang Ana, mayong gabi. Sir Xiao, ingat po kayo dyan sa Cebu. Wendell Ventura, Denver Garcia Jovero, James Randolph Ginto Macalino, Nin Cabertosino, Guille, Leonard Godfrey Ferrer, Renan Gonzalez, Mr. Donan Fuente. Binabati po natin ang mga nakasama natin sa Valenzuela noon sa Subjupsalan. Donan Fuente of the Rotary Club, no? Kenneth Chester, Felipe, Azzy Dylan, Franz Chua, and of course, the beautiful Mitch Gabuyo. Kayla Andrea, Mitch Gabuyo, Kayla, yung Marina Marie, tsaka yung Kayla Andrea, baka magalit. And of course, you have Denver Garcia Jovero, happy 500 years. Yes, sir. I'm a Christian, a Protestant Christian, and this is my conviction. But I am also a believer of the ecumenical movement, meaning we recognize that we have faith in one Jesus Christ and God the Father and the Holy Spirit, and so we should have understanding rather than fighting with each other. So yun, Rina Marie, hello. Rina Marie, the admirable Rina Marie. Maria Risa A. Acharon, Hanvial Osorio Cruz, Azzy Dylan, Mitch Gabuyo, yes. Weldam Lester Abugo, Panganiban. Divine Hill Reyes, a dear friend of mine, Halo-Halo Histories. Siya pong sumulat niyan, kasama ang ating mga kasamahan, nila Micheline Suarez and the artists. Carla Jean Mia Burbos, Garganera Tikong, Carlito Kamahalan na Malya, maayo na lagi ka magbisaya. Xiao, amping diha. Thank you. Banjo Paragas, Carlito Kamahalan from Butuan, ano? Na binanggit ni Antonio Pigafetta na isa sa mga kings na nakausap ni Magellan ay yung King of Butuan Calagan, kasama ng King of Mazawa. No? Banjo Paragas, Carla Jean Armia Burbos, Chris Valeza, no, from Lacandula High School, Luella Galicia Pedroche Capitulo, the teacher of Social Studies in Tarlac City, social sciences, in the Tarlac State University. RC Dunca, Ferdinand Pagao, Jodel Sarmiento from Santa Rosa, Laguna, Joshua Cano Policarpio from Baliwag, Mark Glomer Chua Gandol is the 69th viewer, IVLD, no? Mark Glomer Chua Gandol, ayan, notify yan. Salamat po. Jude Sabayton, congrats daw at ingat dyan. Actually, we would like to announce na, nagbibiro lang ako, but I was really tired and I was actually nervous doing the hosting kanina because it was such an important event for me. And to be trusted by the Basilica, to be part of it, is really a joy. And to be part of the broadcast, because I love annotating. I did that during a few years back for PTV4. Na if there's an event, I would like to be there to explain it because nobody is explaining it and the people are not informed what are the symbolisms of each event. I'm not asking that they get me all the time, but I hope na may mga ganyang mga ginagawa kapag may mga tinatawag na coverages is for people to hear annotations of what is the meaning of certain things so that they would fully appreciate what they are watching. And supposedly, may plano nga na gawin yan for the 500 years in the state coverage, but of course, because of all this COVID thingy, na yan ay natigil. So, but I'm so happy that I went here. A lot of people wanted to be here, but because of the COVID restrictions, cannot come, even if they can have the means to do it. And I'm just blessed. I'm blessed by the opportunity given to me by the National Quincentennial Committee. So, yes, I'm going to announce something para mamaya. No? So, Jun Sabayton, no? Kapatid, maraming salamat. Nicolay Miranda, pa-shout out po mula sa San Pablo City, Laguna, Nanoy, San Pablo de los Montes. My book about San Pablo de los Montes was burned. No? Yung pinublish na Sonia Zaide, was burned in the house na nasunog noong 2019. So, nanghihinayang pa rin ako dyan. Paul Anthony Colina from Caloocan City. Hubert Marquez Capinpin, San Sebastian College, Recoletos, Manila. Kiko Ramos, watching from Los Baños. Laila Chicadora, this is our announcement. Abangan si Professor Xiao Chua sa historical sa bagong gawi ng Radio 5 92.3 News FM bukas ng alas 4:40 ng umaga. Mapapanood at mapapakinggan din ito ng mga taga Cebu at Davao sa Radio 5 Davao 101.9 News FM, same time bukas. Ikukwento niya ang importansya na nangyari sa ating kasaysayan 500 years ago. Salamat po. Which, Laila, I am reminded, if tingnan ko lang kung natapos na ni Zoom, so forgive me lang, indulge me because kailangan may padala ko to kay Ma'am Laila immediately, mga kaibigan. Kung ang recording ay tapos na, so I can, Laila, yes, tapos na po, Laila, ang recording. So I'm going to give this information to you kung how to download my recording for tomorrow's broadcast. So, eto na, Laila. We also want to, binabati ko yung Knights of Rizal, Successos Chapter, kasi nagkaroon po sila ng mga iba't ibang mga, anong tawag dito? Ayan. Breathe through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Ayan, sige. Gagawin ko po yan, no? Okay, thank you. Eto, sige. Dito tayo sa... ilan ba yung watchers natin? We have 83 watchers. Ask me. If I can answer, I'll answer it. No? Pero ayoko magtagal kasi baka mawala yung watchers natin, ano? I would like to call, yan, magbati tayo, no? Si Jason Morata, JM Manganan from Binyan, Mitch Gabuyo, Prof. Dalaw po kayo sa Malabon. I just was in San Jose Academy. Is that right? Yeah. San Jose Academy in a webinar talking about 500 years of Christianity from grades 1 to 12. Imagine niyo kung gaano kahirap yun. Peter J. Obrera, maraming historical material sa Palmgrass Hotel, the only hotel that promotes culture, heritage, and history in Cebu. James Benedict Malabanan, another emerging historian of our church, Pintakasi Vlog. James Benedict, you're credited in one of the exhibits, in one of the pictures in the exhibits ng paghangop o pagyakap Pilipino ang Pilipino ug ang Santo Nino in the exhibit exhibition hall of the Basilica Minore del Santo Nino, which I wrote with Professor Dr. Lars Ubaldo and Jerwin Cruz and Ian Alfonso of the Secretariat of the National Quincentennial Committee, which was made by Centrex, and kasama natin si Masi, Kabalya ba? My God. Margo, Vanessa Decrepito, hello. Salamat po sa panunood. Noela Orozco, my girlfriend, the love of my life. I wish you were here. And sana maging maayos ang maayos ang kalagayan po ninyo diyan sa Maynila. Yeah, akala daw niya nagla-live selling. Yes. Opo. And yeah, si Masi Cabañas of the Museo Cebu will be inaugurated. It's the National Quincentennial National Exhibition of the Quincentennial at the Museo Cebu, which Masi Caballas is curating. And I think kasama niya dyan si Dr. Jobes Reynes Bersales as, I think, consultant. I'm so sorry, no? These are great people. Na-meet ko rin sa Cebuano historian, food historian, si Ma'am Alex, no? Bibili ako ng kanyang mga libro about the churches in Cebu, coffee table books, no? Yeah, let's shout out from our friends, ano? And snippets of stories, yes. Yeah, thank you, no? Kiko Ramos, Mark Glomer, Chuagandol, Ferdinand Pagaw, kumusta celebration atmosphere dyan? Bukas na po ang pintuan ng Cebu sa mga ibang lugar tulad ng NCR. I don't know kasi nag-MECQ na tayo. So hindi ko alam kung tinatanggap ng airport. But I actually went here from Clarkfield and then I have to be Apor. So meron akong certification from our shall we say, ang tawag dito, yung ating city mayor. Ito pala, babatiin ko, no? Yung tourism nila, si Briner Laurito Diaz works at the office of City Councilor Margarita Osmeña, Cultural and Historical Affairs Commission and Cultural and Historical Affairs of Office Cebu City. I greet them. The Cebuanos are nice to me for some reason. I know there's a resentment by some to Tagalog imperialism, but for some reason, thank you Cebu, because you always make me feel welcome every time. Every time I go to Cebu. And I've never felt so welcome than today. Well, of course, the GDCE I've had here for a week was in another plane, but thank you sa inyo, no? Si Briner Lorito Diaz, yung kaibigan natin na si pangalan nito Pipoy, si Pipoy, no? Ay binabati natin. I just have to be sure about his name, ano? Kasi first name basis, no? Yeah, Christian. There we go. Si Christian sorry, tao lang. Pipoy, si Pipoy, no? Wait. Sorry. Christian Joseph Bonpua. who is one of those who are volunteers of the Jesuit Museum here in Cebu City. At syempre, si Abril Jan Salasario Karan. Yes, nice watching you earlier in the Basilica. And we had breakfast earlier so with the Pipoy. So thank you, no? Jess Florentino from Cabuyao. Thank you. Eric Demata from Binyan City. There were teachers who, nagpa-picture sa akin. Kumakain lang ako dito, nagpa-picture din sa akin. I'm only human, natutuwa ako dyan. Natutuwa ako pag may nagpapa-picture sa akin, no? Siyempre, I'm just so happy that I can serve you. I'm humbled. Wala po akong pinagmamalaki, mga kababayan. Wala akong pinagmamalaki, kundi ang tiwala ninyo sa akin. Kung galit kayo sa akin, I'm sorry I cannot please you. Kahit anong gawin ko, hindi kayo mapiplease. But I am telling you that we are doing our best to serve you, to be as accurate as possible. I might have misses in pronunciation, in some of the local terms, but I want to be the guy from Luzon na pwedeng makipag-usap sa inyo, and I can also converse about your stories. That's why I buy books in the localities na pumupunta ako. Wala akong alam. I am humbled by all the scholarship of the provinces. But I try my best to read them. I try my best to also do work about them in Sorsogon, in Cagayan de Oro, because I want to serve you. And I want to highlight your work. Thank you so much. There's a person who gave this. I made videos for Sorsogon. I mispronounced 2 words. And thank you for the si Joshua, no, wait. Totep Jimenez Perez of Sorsogon for correcting me, and there are others who corrected me for those 2 words that I said in series of 6 videos in Sorsogon. I think there are 2 mispronunciations I did. They would have said I should have gotten a local narrator, but I have to pay my editor, and my editor is very good, so I have to do the voiceover. I tried my best to check everything, but if there was too mali in the many scripts that I read, I humbly say sorry, and I just want to fulfill the mission that was given to me. Sorry, wala na akong budget to pay for voiceover. I did the voiceover for free. I paid myself for the script. And I paid the editor, a filmmaker, a larger sum because they deserve it. So I'm very sorry that sometimes you think na mali akong sinabi. I have no staff. All the columns, I made them all. I write them all. I read them. I work hard for all of you. I will not be here without your trust. And so I thank you for this opportunity. And when I die, I will die contented. I have frustrations in life. I still don't get my PhD. There's just so many invitations to speak. I cannot resist accepting those invitations. And I cannot write my PhD. And I need to pay the bills. So I have to accept them. And I don't charge so much. I'm not saying this to brag. Sinasabi ko ito kasi I want to explain to you that I cannot always get it right. But I am trying my best with the very limited resources that we have. But thank you that despite my imperfections, you trust me. You watch this video. You watch my videos. There's nothing, even if I wanted to become 10 outstanding young men and I've been nominated thrice and I've failed, I would never want it anymore. Because when you tell me that you use my videos in school, I cannot brag. They're not superb productions. I think you use them because you had no choice. But you still use them anyway. And I am humbled by that. And all the support that you send to me, the messages that you send to me. The Lord has been good to me. I am not perfect. I've sinned. But I want to declare that my faith in Jesus Christ, who will save me when I die, is the one that strengthens me. It's the faith that was taught to me by my mother. We have 83 watchers. Thank you so much. Jamila, my friend. Of course, Noela. Lyle, thank you. You cannot comment. Lyle Sabado, thank you. To everyone, I'll read your names. I thank you so much. Yes. Maria Teresa Manaba Torres from Museo Valenzuela. Magandang gabi. Welmer Perlado, Crisostomo Franco Alagaw, kumakaway mula sa makasaysayang Santa Ana, Maynila. I have a lecture at Grupo Kalinangan, pagbalik ko ng Manila, 27. Thank you, Don Makahilo. I'm going to use your space for that lecture. Crisostomo Franco Alagaw, kumakaway sa kasaysayang Santa Ana. Erickson Samson, Janelle Mendoza Marasigan, April Joy Abad Alora from Palawan. Nako, may Grupo Kalinangan lecture is about the implications of the quincentennial. There were many issues na lumabas because of the quincentennial. So, quincentennial commemorations in the Philippines, ano na? Diba? Ano ngayon? Ano na? Something like that, no? But we question the discourses. I mean, we flesh out the discourses because of people questioning the quincentennial. And it was good. Kahit binabatikos kami, it was good that lumabas lahat ito. Oh? April Joy Abad Alora from Palawan. Father Kevin Crisostomo, please pray for me. Thank you for the coverage. Yes, Romy Pangayno of the Department of Education. Thank you for your trust. Yusek Tonicito Umali. Jun Sabayton Amping, Bryce Ganotice, Willie Bass of the NHCP, Geraldine Xiao Asuncion, Yana Suarez, Emma Aquino from Puerto Princesa, Joseph Ramos, hello, Yana Suarez, Kiyomori Kato, Wilmer Perlado from General Trias, taga-Sugbo ko, Prof. taga-Tres de Abril Street. Thank you, Sir Jun. J.A.M. Maranan, course question. Kanina po sa reenactment kanina, ang sabi, Nino at Cruz po ang binigay kay Reyna Juana. Ano ba yung bagay or images na binigay kay Reyna Juana? Well, si Pigafetta, Santo Nino lang yung sinabi. Yung Cruz, Pinlant. But there are other images, like the Virgin, may mga labi rin, yung nang tinatawag down, although wala sa account, the Etche Homo, na ito ay nakita sa isang libingan ng isang hari. So, where ano to Gaspar de San Agustin, yung Agustinian na historian. We do not know his source, but supposedly the Ecce Homo is there in the Basilica Minore. No? So, yeah, Jamaila Eileen, hello. Karen Villorasa, John Rica Alim. No? Yes, I enjoyed Cebu. Yeah, may picture din ako. So, si Romy, hindi ko pa nami-meet to. Dami na namin trabaho. Denver Garcia Covero, marami pa rin ang sumusuporta sa iyo, Prof. Mabuhay ka. Jose Mario De Vega, mukha akong taga-Denver. Actually, mukha akong obispo na naka-civilian. Nakita nyo. Meron pa akong mission cross mula sa Arkham. Nasa Cebu ako. Yeah, don't worry, Professor. Don't worry about the bashers. The AP teachers from the Division of Manila are behind your back from Danilo Acosta Lumabas. Thank you, sir. Rensis Ragasa, James Lazara, non omnis moriar. Sir James, we mourn the loss of Choi Arnaldo and Chaida Magallanes, Lady Chaida Magallanes. Mga kababaihan, ladies of Rizal or kababayan ni Rizal, but, you know. Mark Carlo Monilar Senyo, Cebu has more to tell in our history. We'll be proud if you give more highlight for these islands. Mark Senyo, your prayers are answered. Later this year, I'm going to have a webinar about the significance of Cebu in national history, which I'm going to give. I was invited by in-invite ako niyan, I'm sorry, I need to, I'm already, quite, shall we say, tired, no? Gusto kong tama yung aking mabasa. Yan, sina Briner, Laurito Diaz. Briner, may book ako for you, ha? Pinabigay ko kay Pipoy. Yeah. Si Orland James Jimix Romarate. They invited me to do that webinar, official webinar of the city of Cebu. So, thank you so much. Casey Ryan Panganiban. Hindi, minsan kasi ganito eh. I'm sorry, no? I have to say this. Some of you in the local academic community, you wonder why the national historians don't include your story in the narrative. But when someone like me tries, parang hindi naman yun na-appreciate. I mean, yes, I want to give credit to you. And I'm just trying to help. God gave us this platform. I don't know why it was me. You can have all the reasons in the world to say I'm not worth it, but the problem is it was me. And that's why I really encourage all of you. No, not all of you. Some of you, because this is not for everyone. If you're a scholar, you take the public road. You produce the videos. You write the columns that would make people understand history. Hindi pwedeng ako lang. And believe me, when I'm invited, and it's not my expertise, at hindi na kaya, I give it to other young scholars as well. Because I believe that it should not just be me who is doing this. I'm sorry kung tama pa yung English ko. I'm really, I don't know if I'm still lucid. I'm still make sense. I just want to have this conversation. Let's have a conversation about the provinces. I want to try my best to bring them out in the platform that I have. I wrote about Aklan recently, and apparently, yung mga kamag-anak, I think did not even, you know, not that I am waiting for it, diba? But they even questioned yung info. I think it was not in a very nice way. Now, I'm not from your province, so you can correct me nicely, which I appreciate. So, I'm just telling you that mahirap mag-public history. Mahirap because you're putting and I encourage you. It cannot be just me. There are other public historians, young, capable, and we will make them rise. And we will make them rise. I don't have a throne. I'm not afraid to fade away. I am ready to fade away. I'm not the only magaling. It's just that the opportunities were given to me and I'm thankful to God and with your trust. But we should start looking for other talents, for other scholars, to be generous with their time with media. The media will not pay you, but they will pave the way for us to have a national conversation. At sa mga kumukuha na may speak engagement, please pay these young historians. Give them the same amount as you gave it to me because they're capable. They don't need the PhDs, so bayaran nyo sila ng nararapat sa kanila. Because they need the PhDs, yes. But even if they don't have it, if they can articulate well, if they check their sources, we are all not perfect. And I also hope that these young historians will also have the humility to say, I was wrong. Hindi yung akala mo, ang galing-galing mo, ikaw lang ang tama. We should show humility to people so that they will know that when you know a lot, you realize that you do not know much. That you're humble to learn more, to listen to people. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. This is not the plan. But maybe if I talk about it, you will be encouraged that even if this path is hard, it's worthwhile to be a public historian or to help public historians tell their story if you're a video editor, if you're a TV host, if you're a TV producer. Yung ginagawa niya, kung may pakaino sa DepEd, ni Tony Umali, ni Yusek, that's a big service to our teachers because those webinars will be there for their reference. Hindi na ang libro, mahirap i-revise. But if we have scholars who talk like the NQC portal, look at the NQC portal, updated information. Sometimes nakakalito. Iba yung perspective ni ganito, tungkol sa Magellan, iba yung perspective ni ganyan. But that's all right. That's all right. Tama yun. Tawag ulit tayo ng mga tao. DepEd loves you, Romy Paraino. You know, when I went to DepEd, nobody knows me. But it's okay. I don't have to be known. I don't even care if you know me. But I hope I was able to give my voice so that you would know how great we are. And people who say, I'm toxic positive, like some of you in the left, and some of you in the right, in all spectrum, because I say, no, nakayanan natin because I said, no, we're not just victims of colonialism. Yes, we were victimized. I did not say we were not. I am only saying that there's greatness that you see in the culture. Sometimes nakakapagod. Kasi wala naman akong sinabing kalimutan ng kolonyalismo. Tapos sasabihin nyo, kinakalimutan ko ang kolonyalismo. Just because I'm highlighting that we accepted Christianity. Nag-iisip ba kayo? Nagbabasa ba kayo? And I'm not talking about poor people here, of the ordinary people. I'm talking about you, scholars, who tell me I'm toxic positive. Alam mo, lahat tayo may trabaho. This is what I chose to say, to build the nation, to unite us despite our diversity. And to say that we're not just victims even if we're victimized. That we have the power. We have the power to change our history. Hindi ba kayo napapagod na lagi niyong kinikwento na kawawa tayo? Kawawa talaga tayo. Pero kailangan makita natin na may paghuhugutan tayo ng pagkaging magaling natin. James Reigns Morales, thank you. June Berioso, very emotional. Carito, Professor Xiao, take it easy. Denver Garcia Jovero, karamihan po sa mga report ko sa AP galing sa inyo, Professor. Salamat po. Francis Obiena, hi sir. You know, I was offered, I'm going to tell you now, I was offered a permanent position, regular, by some faculty of a certain department. I will not mention, but I refused. I thought about it, but I refused. You know why? Because I believe na yung mga estudyante dyan sa eskwelahan na yan ang tumitira sa akin sa FB. They will never like me. And so I declined. Part-time ako sa Lasal. In all fairness, they're offering a full-time position because nakikita daw nila yung efforts ko. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. Yung mga faculty na yan. And even if those faculty who do not agree with me, I know we are okay. But sometimes I felt that the students are too, I don't know. So I will never fit in. I will never fit in. And so I stay with LaSalle. Romy Paraino, John Victor Digal, Chow Chua, my sister, yakap kuya ko. Steven D.G. Bantugan, Mark Glomer Chua Gandol, lalo ko pong naunawaan ang saysay na kasaysayan pag kayo po ang nagsasalaysay. Francis Obiena, Denver Garcia Jovero, yes. Banjo Paragas, ang buong simbang Katolik ay naniniwala sa iyo, sir. Salamat po. We love you, Prof. From Romy Paraino. Thank you. Bakit ka always emotional pag nasa Cebu ka, Prof? Jenny Ivinot is my good friend. Nasa Cebu ako noon, and she met me, no? Kasi nag-uusap lang kami sa Facebook, and she's a very good friend of mine. Thank you so much. Sana makapunta ako sa Bago, no? Bogo ba Bago? Bogo City. Kevin Crisostomo prayers from Ilocos City, pero pupuntahan ko yan soon. Pag nagkaroon ako ng pagkakataon. April Joy Aban Alora. Joseph Cruz. Bakit po kontra ang simbahang Katoliko sa Rizal? Kasi the church at the time, 1956, was a hierarchy with foreign superiors. Yung mga Spanish na offend at that time. Kailan lang naging Pilipino? Dominican. Kailan lang nagkaroon ng Filipino prior yan? Ahead. Kailan na? Very recent. So, noong 1956, mga dayuhan pa yung Horacio de la Costa was not against the Rizal law. So, there are a lot of people. No? Lawrence de la Cruz, keep safe and healthy. Adrian Cañaveral, Marky Española, pagpapalay sumainyo, salamat po. Joe Marie Salcedo Sarda, sana makabisit kayo sa CDO. Lagi ako dyan noon for the Graduate Diploma in Cultural Education. So thank you sa Xavier University at Ateneo de Cagayan. Lagi ako dyan for many years, Mr. Sarda. No, May 7 tayo kay Romy Pakaino sa DepEd official webinar for the National Quincentennial. So, yun. So, I'll talk about it. No? Thank you. Magano tayo, mag-a-announce ako dyan soon. Crystal Talaw, say, indeed, Professor, tama ang sinasabi mo po. Bingili Acuña. In Cebu, we have the smallest fort in Pinas, plus the 3 de Abril, where we celebrated the attack on the fort, led by Leon Kilat, where they were saying, mabuhi ang Santo Nino. Lawrence de la Cruz. Wait lang Mark. Yeah, Lawrence de la Cruz. Tama, young scholars should produce more historical writings and videos about untold stories of local areas. Mark Blomer Chua Gandon, padayon. Yeah, thanks daw sa inspiration, sabi ni Vine Hill Reyes. Crystal Tala Jose, indeed, salamat Professor Xiao for encouragement sa mga young historians. Mark Carlo Monilla Serno, Professor Xiao Chua, we need a historian who can quench the thirsty minds of Filipinos who want to know more about our past. And with modern media, your social media platform, other media are all we need. Thank you. Crystal Talaw says, show humility to people, humbled to learn more. Maria Rodora Agustin, Jericho M. Beltran, Nicolay M. Miranda, may isa po akong San Pablo de los Montes. Papadala ko po sa inyo pagbalik nyo po. Nakatatry ko kung na-order ko na yan. Natin, Khalil Salinas, Brenta Nanshon Biroa, Gabriel San Lorenzo, Pensones, Xiao puso mo po. Crystal Tala Jose, Merlo de Simon, Maria Cristina Kiambao Cao, Roger Ilagan, we support you. Mitch Gabuyo, puso mo. Khalil Salinas, Mark Francois, Josiah Adriel Rosete. Ricky C. Orpina, greetings Sir Xiao non omnis moriar, KOR, Bloomington chapter. Oy, Ricky, kumusta ka na? Fred Quemado. As mentioned by the late Dr. Eduardo Morato, make yourself obsolete. Yes. Yes. Parang alam na ng mga tao yung sinasabi ko, pwede na akong mag-retiro. Crisostomo Franco Alagaw, huwag patulan ng emosyon. Chief, ang pula nila, pero kung emotional content lamang yan, padayon po. Thank you. Crystal Talaw said, thanks, supporting. Naintindihan ka namin, Prof. Xiao, sabi ni Lawrence de la Cruz. Nasanay siguro kami sa one-sided history kasi paulit-ulit sila ang pinagkukunan ng kasaysayan. Salamat kami, meron tulad nyo, nagbibigay linaw sa kasaysayan ng Pilipinas. Wow, 80 pa rin yung ating watchers, Malapit na to, tatapusin ko to. Tapusin ko lang basahin to, we're done. Foxtrot said, daming words of wisdom. Thank you po. Brent Tanan, Sean B. Roa, April Joy Aban Alora, Haji Saji from Belgium. Thank you, sir. James Rains Morales, bilang guro ng Araling Panlipunan, malaking tulong po ang inyong ginagawa para sa kasaysayan ng Pilipinas. Ikaw po ang aming inspirasyon sa kagawa ng Araling Panlipunan sa eskwela ang aming pinagtuturuan. Salamat po. JJ Oliveros, thank you. Joseph Solis Acay de Alberici. Professor Xiao, ang problema kasi sa mga tao na laging binabasa ang quincentennial anniversary ay mga tao na gustong dalhin ng totoo yan, ng cancel culture ng Amerika na hindi natin ma-surprise na magsasuggest na i-cancel ang Negros Island dahil sa pangalan na loan at palitan ng pangalan na Buglas. Negros talaga yun eh. Hindi naman dahil sa Negro. Monique Fernandez Latore, I mean, it's Negros. It's a name of a place. Di ba? April Pineda Manlapi, Manlangit, Monique Fernandez Latore, Justinio Cayetano, Sean Margate, si Rod Miranda, Sir Kuya Rod, Mema Tox, no? Yes po, opo. 500th year anniversary. Nag-MC po ako sa isang event. Dito, official event. Ian Along, sana ma-feature Mauban Quezon Dalando, Father Horacio de la Costa. Taga Mauban po, lola ko. So, sana po, sana may historian na magpadala sa akin ng notes about Mauban. Baka may kilala kayo. JJ Olivero, sir, sana makabisita kayo sa Tansa Cavite. Yung Bantayo Cross na Ginaldo. Opo, pinicture ko po yan sa isang magiging CHR museum na online. Yan, cross ng Tansa. No, diyan siya nanumpa bilang Pangulo. Kalamahin daw ang kalooban, sabi ni Ferdinand Pagao, Joey Orlanda, Professor Santo, Dr. Jobers Rosales, two of my favorite historians. Hope to hear a talk from the both of you. Naku, mawawala na ako ng mawawala na po ako ng baterya. Teka lang Oh my God. Saglit lang mga kaibigan. Ganap lang ako ng saksakan. Yung kulang lang ang tubig mga kaibigan ha. $11:29 na pala. Diyos ko. Ang basahin ko na lang po, ang dami nyo. Professor Xiao and Dr. Jobert Rosales. Two of my favorite historians. Hope to hear talk from both of you about Cebu, Visayas, World War II history. May talk si Sir Jobert sa isang webinar about World War II in Cebu. Fred Gamado, mahal ka ng tourism sector, Prof. Xiao. Marami kang natulungang tour facilitators because I'm a fellow tour facilitator as well. Diyan ako nag-start na racket ko I think 1,500 per a few years back. 1,500 yata yung start ko. 2005. 1,500 per tour. Di ba? Nagturo ako dyan sa Lakbay Kalikasan. Naggawa ko module dyan. So, Fred Quemado, thank you. Hindi man kami makapagtrabaho bunga ng pandemya, dala namin lahat ng tinuro mo, may pag-asa. Maging mapanuri at palaguin ng kabutiang loob, mahal ka ng Lakbay Kalikasan. Salamat, Fred. Just for clarification, hindi po ako nauna sa Lakbay Kalikasan. So, hindi sila yung nagbayad ng 1,500 sa akin. No? Sean Margate, Bubot Navarro. Where did you stay in? This is a Palm Grass Hotel. The Heritage of Cebu Hotel. No? Bobot Navarro. Jodel Sarmiento, hindi ako nabigyan ng pagkakataon maging professor. Itong si Xiao Chua. Salamat at may ganitong pagkakataon at nabigyan kami ng laging pagkakataong matuto ng kasaysayan na may puso. Mabuhay ka, Professor. Edward Benric Salonga, we support you and we use your works in PSAU. Thank you, sir. Edward Benric Salonga. James Rains Morales, sa katunayan nga po habang ako ay nakikinig sa inyo ngayon, ako po ay nag-edit ng exam na pinasa sa akin ng aking katoto. Sakto. Kasaysayan ng Pilipinas, grade 5 ang aking ine-edit. Hehe. Thank you, Amy, for listening. Naku, ang dami pong nanonood, no? Laban pa rin, Sir Xiao, kahit may mga tao nga ayaw sa'yo, we can't please them talaga. Ramdam po frustration niyo, sir. Padayon, keep the faith, keep on doing what you're called to do, sir. Thank you, Amy. Alam ko, nag-usap na tayo about this, no? Yung mga frustrations natin, ano? Dayan Montesilio, Mago, Rod Miranda, anong option mo sir doon sa di umano yung maling itsura ng statwa ni General Isidoro Torres? Hindi soli sa sculptor. Justinio Cayetano, ikaw inspirasyon ko sa mga ginagawa kong info vlog. Tuloy mo yan, Justino. Damihan natin. Oo. Rod Miranda, kakapanood ko lang. Di ko alam ano nangyari sa unang part. April Claire Pineda Manlangit, pagpalain po. Sean Margate, pa-shout out Sir Xiao, amping diha sa Cebu. Jonathan Castaneda, Pop, maging estudyante mo ko kanita. Ay talaga, no ka rin. Kapilan. Ilagay mo dyan. Malapit na matapos no, sa mga bate. Sean Margate, sana sir makapunta ka dito sa Butuan City. Ang dami nag-heart. Thank you po. Many students and people here know you, inspired by you. I went there a few years ago to the invitation of Dr. Bon Malbang in Butuan. So, saka ng NHCP at that time no, for the yung Muhares panel. No? Dayan Montesilio Mago, take your time, sir. Paul Terence Burgos Sagum, okay naman ako. Sean Margate, resta, sir. Yes, 11:30 na. Brian Etable, Prof. Xiao, ano po magandang libro para sa Philippine history? Yung nire-recommend ko lagi for Filipino point of view, yung Kasaysayang Bayan ng 10 aralin sa Kasaysayang Pilipino. Available po yan sa Lazada kung di ako nagkakamali. At yung downloadable sa internet, Kasaysayang ng Kapilipinuhan ni Zio Salazar. Start from there, susunod na lang yung iba. Iyan Along, wow, taga-saan sa Mauban lola nyo? Sa Mauban, di ko alam. Pero basta diretso. Mga diretso po ang aming kamag-anak. Malamang kilala nyo po. No? Nanay niya Maubani. No? Kilala ng pamilya nyo. Thanks sa pagbanggit sa YouTube. Kuya Rod Mema Talks. Rod Miranda. No? Marami nanonood dyan. Kuya, tingnan nyo sa YouTube. No? Subscribe kayo. Joseph Solis Arcaide Alberici. Sana makabisit ka sa Karkar. Alam mo, dream ko rin yan. Hindi ko lang alam kung sino mag-i-invite sa akin. Pero dream ko rin yan Karkar. Tsaka Argao. Oo. Oy, Sir Jay. Pagaling kayo. I'm glad you're recovering. Napakahirap nung naging sakit nyo. Hindi COVID, pero napakahirap. No? I cannot imagine the pain and but, you know, you survive it. You're on your way to recovery. And God bless you, Pastor J. Inage. Ano yung real name ni Ray Naguana? Wala. Wala tayong record, no? Fox Strat said, ako rin prof dati to facilitator at mga episode mo ang ginagamit kong reference. Thank you. If I'm able to help you, thank you so much. Crystal Tala, Jose, mga last na lang to. Prof. Xiao, marami naghihintay sa Dumaguete. Pumunta ako dyan a few years back, at tagal na, no? Dumaguete. Hope ma-invite ka na maraming kabataan na ho sa Kalaman. Kahit ako guro na, pero I still need prof like you, na bold, no fears to shout and share the truth. Truth will set us free. Thank you, Sir Jay from Taytay. Chow Chua, Sampaloc at Iyam po ang naalala ko na lugar. Sampaloc katabi ng Mauban. Mitch, no? My sister, Chow. Basta may ilog at kahoy na bridge niya. Ha? Sampaloc yun. Sa Sampaloc. Yung Mauban sa bayan. Oo. Miss you, Andy Byrne. Miss you, Prof. Xiao. Ingat palagi. Okay. Mama, kumusta si Mama, ate? Mamaya mag-usap tayo sa chat. I love you all. Mark Chua, Faye, sa wife niya ni Mark, no? Tsaka yung ating baby Mace na unang pamangkin ko, no? Buti na lang binigyan niyo na ng anak si Mama dahil mukhang matagal pa ako, no? Ayun, no? Abraham Domingo de Castro, hello po Professor Xiao, ingat po lagi, you're doing great, you inspire many of us, and also salamat sa pagbisita dati sa amin sa San Beda, Alabang. Yes, it was also great seeing you again 2 years ago sa Rizal Park celebration. God bless. Alright. I don't know kung may hindi ako nabasa. Napakaraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. No? Kung may mga nag-message pa. No? Oo. Salamat po, Father Bob. No? Thank you so much sa message mo. I will read it later. Lyle Sabado. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Lyle. Si Mario ay mayroong si Jose Mario de Vega, my friend. My former, nakaalitan ko yan. Tungkol sa Torre de Manila because I was against it and he was for it. Pero naging respeto namin ng isa't isa at kami naging mabuting magkaibigan. Ganun po ako sa mga kaaway ko actually. I reach out to them. Except kung talagang hindi nila ako gusto. If walang personalan, I reach out to them and I try to explain my side. Si Tahano Dagalay ang isa sa kritik nung Bonifacio ang unang Pangulo and I was able to siyempre, inis ako sa kanya, but you know, we became friends. When we visited Cagayan de Oro, I talked to him and you know, we talked and as one of my good friends, Tahano Dagala, no? Yung tungkol sa Cebu, sinabihan ko na yung isang taga Cebu. So, yung sa seal, ilalapit niya po yon sa mayor. Kasi may maganda pala yung symbolism nung dating ginagamit na NHCP official logo ng City of Cebu. So, yun. Brian Etable. Ayan, oo, yung Mauban Quezon Heritage, no? Yes. Actually, kukontakin ko sila at baka may history na sila. No? O, Pamilya Derecho. Si Mark Jetro Bombay Novio. Yan. Brian Etable, Khalil Salinas. Makita kita ng mukhaan pag may pagkakataon. Shoutout si Father Jonathan Bartolome, sabi ni Ustinio Cayetano. Father Jonathan Bartolome ng parokya ni Santa Teresita ng Angeles City. Alam mo si Father, Mark Crisostomo, gusto ko talagang ma-meet sila ni na Father Manlapig, no, si Bayaw, because I want to eat. May plano kaming mag-eat sa Bilyar Sikap, no? Doon kami kumakain ng ex-girlfriend ko eh. So, gusto kong kumain kami doon at hindi pa ako nakakapunta doon sa kay Bayaw, yung kanyang teritoryo diyan. Hindi si Bayaw June, yung Bayaw ng Kape at Kampay na maririnig natin sa... Naku, nakalimutan ko yung parokya. Basta yung parokya sa Tambo. May FB sila, Kape at Kampay. Napagandang programa. No? St. Joseph Parish of Tambo. No? Hanapin niyo yan sa ano. At kanina, by the way, Father Mark, no? Meron kaming birhen ng Balintawak doon sa exhibit namin sa Santo Nino. Kaya naalala kita doon sa pagsasarili. Ama, sumilang nawa ang aming pagsasarili. Yun daw yung birhen ng Balintawak. No? So, yun. Okay, guys. Pahinga na tayo, no? Wow. Thank you so much, guys, for listening sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Xiao Chua, ang inyong lingkod, na laging gigising bukas at sa mga susunod pang panahon na magpapakita ng pagsisikap mahalin kayo sa pagkukwento tungkol sa ating kasaysayan sa parang maaabot po ninyong lahat. Makasaysayang gabi po. Mabuhi ang Pilipinas. Maayong gabi sa inyo tanan. Sa inyo tanan.